Thing that motivates us. It's all about contributing to our well-being, to our wellness in life. And my opinion is that if we live a life with purpose, we're already halfway there.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Wednesdays with Wallis. And I'm your host, Wallis Patterson. Welcome, welcome. Okay, the topic of today's show, and I'm going to get right into it because there'll be quite a bit to talk about. She'll check the time and just make sure that we adhere to some reasonable time so I don't run too far over or run over at all. Okay, the topic of today's show is it's not complicated to make money. You're probably thinking, what is she on about? What a load of rubbish. Of course it's complicated to make money. You're probably thinking, and some of you will be saying, of course it's not. Of course it's complicated. I've been trying to earn money for years and I still, haven't earned more than, survival, paying the bills, paying the rent or the mortgage or whatever it is, and maybe paying for your motor car and, just living and trying to save some money to, have a holiday. I get it, because there was a time when I thought like that as well. So let me just start here at this spot. And that is that making money isn't complicated. We complicate it. We complicate it with our thoughts, mostly, and we complicate it by the things that we do. So, as I pointed out to someone the other day, we think into existence our actions. What does that mean, Wallis? What are you saying? We think into existence our actions. Okay, so an example of that would be if your present thinking, your present state of mind is that earning money is difficult, earning money is hard, earning money takes, a huge amount of effort. You've been trying for ages and it still hasn't happened. And you've probably resorted to taking, the occasional ticket in lotto or something, hoping that might solve it for you, and it won't. But we've all been down that track. I've been there too. And all of that thinking around money then leads you into action. The type of action that backs up that thinking. Okay, you got that? The type of actions are backing up your thinking. So whatever you're doing to consolidate and to make that thinking right. So if you're thinking money's difficult, you're thinking it's hard to earn money, well, then you're probably choosing, being involved in, participating in things that are or that turn out to be disappointing. Maybe some schemes and dreams, maybe things that, promise to, be amazing or be marvellous, and we'll talk about that sort of thing in a minute. I call them, scams, but pardon me, and they are. Again, excuse me, because what they do is they put lots of money, those schemes put lots of money into somebody else's pocket, and your money and quite a number of others, their money goes to it as well. And you might think it's only a small amount of money, but if you get it from a lot of people, it's a lot of money. But anyway, we'll revisit that in a minute, because what I want to talk about is this whole thing about our mindset, about, making money's complicated, and it's not. Making money is not complicated. But let me not gloss over that you have to put some effort in, and you have to stay focused. So you have to be focused, and you have to put in effort, and you have to, stay the course. There's a little bit of a manoeuvring on that, but to all intents and purposes, you begin something, you focus on it, and you stay the course, as long as you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, I'm going to be the first person to say, ditch it, don't do it. You'll never be happy in it, and you won't have any satisfaction out of it. And that's the main thing in life, that whatever we're doing, if we're earning money, or whatever it is we're earning money at, we want to be happy. It's not just about the money. We can't be doing it just for the money. Now, I've had lots of debates over the years over that with people who have said, oh, well, no, you can do it, for the money if you're driven by money and la, la, la. Yes, for a short time, yes, but it's not sustainable. It won't be there in 5 to 10 years' time without you being an incredibly disgruntled, possibly angry, and certainly, upset person, and perhaps not even a really nice person to live with. So that's all as a result of your unhappiness in what you're doing. So I'm going to advocate, first off, be very happy about what it is you choose to do. When you choose to do something, and look, I'll give you an example. I've been for quite some time now, for a long time, exploring the internet and businesses, because I'm an entrepreneur. So I've been exploring the internet and all of the various things that are available on the internet, the things that you can get involved in, the sorts of businesses that are being promoted, the types of things that people are doing. And I'm amazed, absolutely blown away and amazed at the businesses that people go into, the sorts of things that they're doing and earning money out of. It just blows me away. So the internet is a big thing, and I've had to learn that because of my age and the fact that I was never, to begin with, a person, even when I was very young and the internet was just coming in, or the whole internet area was coming in. I was never one that, was convinced it was going to be anything. I was one of the people who said, this won't last. It's just a fad. And of course it wasn't. And I was very wrong, but I was also not convinced for a long, long time that it still wasn't a fad. So I wasn't fully engaged internet person when it first came out and when it first started. So let's get that straight. I didn't start off, as we'll put it, on the right foot. So the internet wasn't a thing for me. But in latter years, I've realised that it is a big thing, and it certainly is a way to earn money. It's a way to earn money reasonably easy compared to, bricks and mortar and, those types of businesses. And it affords things like freedom, maybe a laptop lifestyle, and, that type of thing, which a lot of people are looking for. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you might be going, oh, God, that's for me. I want to have that type of lifestyle. And you can have it because it's available. And there are, certain rules around it and certain things. So I've been exploring that for a long, long time. And I certainly am convinced that the way to build a business these days is to build it on the internet. But if you've got something that you really, really want to do, and it's in a bricks and mortar area or whatever, you still need to have an internet presence. But if it's something that you want to do that is not firstly internet based, well then, go ahead, do it. I'm not going to be the person, because I'm not here to tell you what to do or how to do it. I'm here to suggest to you that, it's not complicated to make money. Pardon me, we make it complicated. We build a whole lot of stuff around it. We tell ourselves a whole lot of stories around it, and therefore, the complications start to set in. And it's not that complicated. Okay, I want you to know that. So I started looking at, and this going back to this area of, I want you to really love what you do. I want you to be passionate about it, because if you're passionate about it, well, then it's much more easy than it is if you're doing it just for money, and you've really got to push yourself along because there's a lot of it that you're doing that you don't love or you don't like, or you're not, totally, you're not totally in. Back to my story. So I a while ago decided that I had been doing a lot of courses and spending a lot of money on learning, and I decided that for Bold Not Old, I would take on board I would become an affiliate. And there's good money in being an affiliate. But choose the thing you love. Choose what you really like. Once again, not just for money. So, we don't always remember our own rules. So, and this was one of those occasions. So I started a business that was about earning money. I wanted something to attach to Bold Not Old. I wanted it to be in the education area. I want it to be in the online knowledge area, which is a huge growth area with all the research and the stuff that I've gone through, learning. So I decided to take on this product. I took the product on, I launched it, I put a great incentive with it. Some people said it was a scam because the incentive was a fabulous incentive, and I'm going to reuse it in other things I'm doing, but that's another story. So I got into taking on this particular product, fabulous product, amazing, because I had been through that particular course myself and got a great deal out of it. I loved the young man who was, running it and doing it. And I was very excited about it, very excited about offering that to people. I thought it was a fabulous thing. But I realised when I got halfway through it, so to speak, and I don't regret spending the money. I think that's all a really good thing that I did. But I do regret not stopping and thinking a little, not regret because I don't have regrets, but when I look at it, I should have stopped and thought a little bit more about whether my heart was really in it and whether I was really, really excited about it, and would that be sustainable? Is that something that in 6 or 12 months I'd still like to be doing, or I'd still love to be doing? Because, as we get older, we really, want to love what we're doing. Otherwise, we're just wasting our time, and we haven't got the time to bloody waste. So anyway, it was a boo-boo. I made a mistake about it, but it taught me some things, and it taught me to come back to my own lessons and my own things that I say about, being being enamored with what you do, loving what you do is a really, really important thing, because when things get a bit tough, you'll keep going if you really love it. If you don't really love it, you probably more than likely kick it to the curb, and, it's sort of a begin again thing, and that's a lesson that you learn. But if you can make some shortcuts and not go through those lessons, you're better off. So, but there you have it. I made the boo-boo again, and I, started doing something that my heart wasn't totally in, and I did, I just didn't really think it through as well as what I should have, and I finished up after about 3 months, 4 months, or whatever. I looked at it and went, this isn't for me. I was going to bed of a night time and I wasn't very happy getting up in the morning. I just wasn't there, and I thought, no, this is not it. And then back to the drawing board, I sat down to think about what is it that floats my boat? What are the things that I really, really enjoy? And I want you to do this before I go. I want to give you an exercise to do. I want you to sit down and write down all the things that you love doing. And I don't want you to get into your head about what they are. Just write them down. It might be, surfing. I met a wonderful man the other day who's hugely successful in real estate, and his big thing is surfing. And he drives a bit of an older banged up ute type thing where he could afford to probably buy and drive, a bloody Maserati or whatever. He's very wealthy, this man. But he drives this beat up old ute because he loves surfing, and he can carry his surfboard and he can put all these bits and pieces in that, and he can drive it anywhere, and he doesn't really have to worry about it. And he's as happy as a pig in, and you know what the end of that is. So I want you to be very happy, and I want you to sit down and do an exercise and ask yourself, what do I really, really love doing? Ask yourself that. And if it's something you really, really love doing, don't make a judgment on it. Don't go, well, I can't do that. How would I do that? La, 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 la. Because, just sorting out what it is you really, really love, then you can apply some things to it to get it going and to look at how you may get that going. We'll talk about that in the coming weeks of Wednesdays with Wallis, because at the moment I'm on about, the silver economy. I'm on about doing things for yourself, creating side hustles for yourself or whatever else it may be. And it may not be a side hustle. It might be a full-on, full-time thing that you don't, you want to be spending, a whole lot of time at. But don't make the mistake and think because you spend a whole lot of time at it that it's going to be more successful than something that you spend less time at, because we've been sold a bit of a pup on that one. It's not entirely true. You don't have to work your tush off to be successful. You can be successful without, wearing the rubber off the bottom of your shoes. We'll talk more about it next week, but I can promise you it's not complicated to make money. We complicate it. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week on Wednesdays with Wallis. And we'll have a bit more of a chat, and I'll share some more of my experience and more of the things that I know about, making money for yourself and giving yourself a bit more of life, because money certainly makes the world go round at this point in time, and I can't see that changing in the near future. Thank you for listening. Click on the link below and subscribe to Wednesdays with Wallis, and we'll see you next week. And I'll be releasing my program soon, and if you're interested, keep your eye open for that. It's a 6-week online course, and you'll absolutely love it, and there's going to be a fabulous giveaway and a very good discounted price for those first 30 people that enroll. I'll talk about that again next week, because I'll be launching it on the 17th of the month. Talk to you soon. Thank you for listening, and take care, go well, and we'll see you again next week. Bye for now.